Being here today, a round of applause for all the elected, talented people that are here. Please join me. Thank you, Andrew, for those words, and thank you, Colorado. Andrew's legacy with the Democratic Party runs deep and will only continue on in the years to come. He's a man who has spent his entire career working for the people of this state and for our party. And Colorado is a much better place for having Andrew as our leader. Andrew inspired thousands of Coloradans all across this state to volunteer for him, to make phone calls, to go door to door, and that is a tribute to him and the man that he is. To those who supported and volunteered for Andrew, I hope to earn your support in this race. And when I said on Tuesday night that there is far more that unites Andrew and me than divides us, I meant it. He and I are both committed to fighting for Colorado's working families, for better health care, for providing hope to those suffering in this savage economy, and for economic solutions through Colorado's leadership in the new energy economy. Round of applause for the side. Andrew and I both believe that our kids are our future and that our public schools and our teachers need our support now more than ever. If we are able to remain globally competitive, we must ensure that our children have what they need to excel, and that means providing a good education everywhere so that the zip code kids are born into does not determine their fate. A major fight that Andrew has championed and that we both share is a deep distrust of the current way our campaigns are financed. I applaud Andrew. I applaud Andrew for his conviction to this issue and truly hope that someday we find a better solution, whether it's the Fair Elections Now Act for public financing, which Andrew and I both support, or some other option that helps clean up the potential for undue influence in our democracy. Speaking of which, another effort Andrew and I both feel strongly about is passing the Disclose Act, which would help bring accountability to the Supreme Court decision earlier this year. Allows unlimited corporate influence over elections with no accountability. I agree with Andrew that we must change the way elections and government runs if we're going to put people back in the driver's seat. And we both know, and I know this is what drove Andrew into public service, to devote his life to this work, that this is about the people and not about us. It's about a future that Coloradans deserve, one where their leaders are willing to confront difficult challenges with real solutions, not politics. And we can do that together starting today. Even though we all may occasionally have our disagreements, at the end of the day, we know that in order to move this country forward, we need to have a real discussion about the facts. And there is quite a conversation to be had as we head into the fall. As we face, and as our working families face, the most savage economy since the Great Depression. We need to get to work providing every child with the education they deserve, controlling the out-of-control spending that stands to saddle generations to come with debt, and doing everything we can to create good-paying jobs right here in Colorado. We all will reach out to Democrats, Republicans, and unaffiliated voters and build a coalition of men and women who care more about getting something done for Colorado than playing political games. My opponent in the general election has made clear his views of where he wants to lead the country. Ken Buck wants to cut off student loans for the nearly 200,000 students in Colorado who currently rely on them. I believe that would only hurt our ability to compete in this global economy. Ken Buck supports tax cuts for the wealthiest among us, but he wants to slap a nearly 30% tax hike on working families. I believe working families need tax relief. And Ken Buck believes that Social Security is a, quote, horrible policy that needs to be privatized. I believe Social Security is a sacred contract between our country and its seniors, and we should do everything in our power to protect it for future generations. These positions are not Colorado positions. These positions are about extreme politics, not about what's doing right for the people of our state. Because it was in the last decade that we saw incomes go down as healthcare and education costs have gone up. And as a result, we are at risk of being the first generation of Coloradans and the first generation of Americans to leave less, not more, to the next generation. That would be shameful. This campaign needs to be about the issues, a grown-up conversation about what's best for Colorado and her people, not negative attacks, name-calling, and political games. Together, working together, we can keep our eye on the ball, fighting for working families, turning this economy around, providing a better education for the next generation, and providing accountability to reduce our national deficit. Together, we will be focused on these solutions and solutions for Colorado, and not get distracted by the old politics that has stopped progress. That's why I'm running for the United States Senate. And that's why I'm asking for your support, your willingness to hear me out, to earn your support, your blood, sweat, and hard work this fall to ensure we win this together. Thank you, Andrew, from the bottom of my heart for being here today. Let's move forward together to win this fall. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today.
We both want to just mention one other race that happens to be on the ballot this year, and it's not a done deal. We need to send John Hickenlooper and Joe Garcia